The year was 2009, and in the sea of atrocities that were happening on television at that time, a Brazilian comedy show took one of the most iconic characters in the world of gaming and made one of the shittiest parodies on the face of the earth. And since there is no iceberg on it, I decided to make this one, which, by the way, due to the amount of layers and information, looks more like ice cubes than an iceberg.
Crap.
Mario Bros. Mario is a fictional character in Nintendo's Mario franchise and series of video games. Serving as Nintendo's mascot and the series' protagonist, Mario has appeared in over 200 games since his creation. Mario is portrayed as a short, chubby, mustachioed Italian plumber who lives in the fictional land of the Mushroom Kingdom with Luigi, his younger and taller twin brother. He is repeatedly tasked with rescuing Princess Peach from the villain Bowser and thwarting his various plans to destroy and take over the kingdom. Parody. Parody is an intertextual device that involves modifying an existing text or work to create a new text with a different meaning. The goal of parody is to create comedy, but it often also conveys a critical, ironic, or satirical tone. Parody is created by imitating the original content, but in an exaggerated way and by altering details of the work's structure. And in the case of this Iceberg parody, characters from the Super Mario Bros. Games were used. This parody was shown on television in the form of a segment on the program Pânico na Television. Panic on Television. Pânico na Television was a Brazilian comedy television program, produced and broadcast by Rede Television between the 28th of September, 2003 and the 4th of March, 2012. It was the first television version of the Pânico program. After its launch, the program benefited from the success of the version broadcast on Radio Jovem Pan, quickly achieving great popularity. Pânico na Television was created after the members of the Pânico program, which was previously only on the radio, sought greater exposure for the show. The program ended because the entire team was hired by Rede Bandeirantes, where they became part of Pânico na Band from 2012 to 2017. Characters. Unlike the games, which have a wide range of characters, this parody featured only the main and most popular characters from the series. There was the hot princess, played by Juliana Salimeni.
Does a stick in your account work out well?
Lots and lots of sticks.
She is the damsel in distress of the series and was a parody of Princess Peach. The alligator, who kidnapped the princess in various ways in every episode and was a parody of Bowser. And of course, the heroes of the series, Mario and his brother Luigi. Eventually, there were also appearances by Yoshi, the dinosaur that Mario uses in some missions, serving as transportation. And Princess Daisy, who appeared only once in a special episode. Soundtrack. There was rarely any dialogue in the episodes of this parody. For this reason, the entire segment was filled with sound effects and music from the games Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, and Super Mario 64. Public service announcement. The formula of the series boiled down to Mario's journey to try to rescue the princess, except that he always got screwed in the end, in the most brutal way possible. To give context to all that gratuitous violence, they started showing public service announcements at the end of the episodes. The announcements displayed statistics and information advising viewers not to take matters into their own hands in cases of robbery, kidnapping, and violence. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was an American singer, songwriter, and dancer. Nicknamed the King of Pop, he was one of the most important and influential cultural icons of all time and one of the greatest artists in music history. He passed away in 2009, the same year this parody was in progress. In one episode, it's revealed that Mario was responsible for the singer's death. And in another episode, it's shown that he also attended Michael's funeral. References. I understood the reference. Despite being a parody focused on Mario Bros, the sketch also made references to other famous works of pop culture, such as Pirates of the Caribbean. I am so incredibly, truly, and deeply sorry. Wilson. 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 SOS Malibu. The iconic, relentless Terminator.
See you later, my dear baby.
Karate Kid and others. No panties. The hot princess had several changes to her costume throughout the episodes. But one thing that really stands out is that, besides being very short, it gives us the impression that she's not wearing any panties. What supports this theory even more is that in certain episodes, you can notice they used an image of Boo Mario from Mario Galaxy, as if they were covering up something that shouldn't have appeared. Although this fact may not be 100% true, it's worth noting that the same actress has already appeared naked several times in other segments of the same show. Rape. Right in the first episodes of the series, it was shown what happened to the princess after Mario lost the fight to Bowser. And just like Mario, she also hangs herself, but in a different way. And this culminates in the darkest episode of all, where the princess is kidnapped by Bowser and these two men and is taken to a dark room where she is tied to the bed and will almost certainly end up suffering a gang rape. The princess herself makes this very clear to the viewer when she calls Mario asking for help. Mario, Mario, help, save me, they got me. They want to have sex with me, Mario, help. After this episode, it is never shown again what Bowser does to her. The following episodes end with Bowser celebrating his victory and with public service announcements appearing on the screen. Gore. Panico na Television, which was the show where this parody was aired, always featured segments with a very questionable kind of humor, which always followed two paths. Either there was sexual content or a lot of gratuitous violence, whether real or fictional. And in the case of this segment, it was no different. All of Mario's fights with Bowser end in such violent ways that they even resemble the fatalities from the game Mortal Kombat. Other appearances. After the last episode, the only character seen in other segments of Panico na Television was Mario. He was one of the participants in the reality show Surupita's Farm, which was a parody of the reality show of Fazenda, but he didn't end up winning the competition. And the princess only appeared again years later in the Afogando Ganso Challenge, and this time she was played by Vanessa Barzin, also known as Mulher Aroto, with this basic, "Oh, what agony," and that was the Iceberg, or Ice Cubes, of Super Mario Bros. From Panic on Television. Despite being a bizarre work, it has its value. Thanks for watching this far, and see you next time.